This is Corey.
And I'm Sharonda.
And this is Until Forever. This is a relationship podcast where we do not claim to be gurus or experts or anything like that. We just want to have a conversation with you. We're hoping that we help somebody. We're hoping that somebody reach out to us and help us a little bit, especially with this week's topic, because this is going to be really fun and interesting, and I'm excited about it, and I hope you guys are excited about it. I hope you enjoyed last week. I think we did a good job last week. What do you think?
I think we did okay.
All right. And just so you know, even if I don't think we did a good job, I wouldn't say that. I would say that we did a good job. Just to put it, out there. I don't want nobody thinking we just,
Okay.
All right. So, how can they find us? Don't we do that? Yep. We put it right here on the screen where you can find us at. And I'll maybe down here, or maybe we ain't going to do it again. I'll put it in your face. Then I'll take it away. You like that?
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't. She don't like this at all. In fact, after this, I'm probably gonna get in trouble. I get whoopings. Did you guys? Do you get, those of you that are married? Do you get whoopings? It's the question. Just put it in the comments and blink twice if you're in trouble. So, what did we? I'm sorry, guys. I've had a long day and I am tired, but I'm ready for this. Go ahead. What are we talking about?
We didn't give the social media handles. You just gonna let it be on the screen?
I just said where they can find us, and I put it on the screen.
Gotcha.
Oh, so okay, put it in the comments. Who is the tiredest? Is that a word? Who's more tired, Sharonda or me? Because I said a whole thing that she didn't even hear, and she's got headphones on. That's crazy.
Okay, so today we are talking about social guidelines as far as social media in a relationship.
Social guidelines. Are there social guidelines? Do they exist? Like, is there like a book somewhere that says when you're in the relationship, do this on social media?
If there is a book, I need somebody to let me know what it is.
Or maybe we need to write one. Not us, but the people. Because I can't help you. But the people, maybe somebody needs to write a book. What do we mean when we say social guidelines?
Like, do couples or should couples have guidelines for social media and phone communication?
Guidelines for social media. Isn't that crazy? I think of course this is probably something that is couple specific, depending on what you have been through in your past and what makes you comfortable in your relationship. Do what you got to do, whatever, I will suggest that you put a little, I mean, if you have to, and this ain't everybody, because I know some people, I need to put a little disclaimer out there.
Gosh.
This ain't everybody. But if you have to have a joint Facebook account, I mean, if that's what works for y'all, that's y'all discussed it.
Gosh.
Maybe one of you wants to be on there, the other one really does it. It don't matter, but I don't know. If that's like the terms because of stuff that's happening in your relationship, I'm going to suggest therapy. I really am, and I'm not trying to be funny.
Maybe you shouldn't be on social media at all.
Hey, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't. But if that's the only way you could be on social media, y'all need some therapy. Like, y'all really need to be talking to somebody about that, because you'll never deal with the trust issue if you don't address the trust issue instead of finding ways.
How's that any different from somebody always checking someone else's stuff?
It's really not. It's really not. And I had to come back. Look. Okay. I'm just going to put it out there.
Okay.
I was a hoe.
Oh,
wait. I heard it when it came out. I said when it came out, I said, well, maybe I shouldn't have said it like that. I wasn't a hoe, but I definitely was doing what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it, and was lying to people so that the other person wouldn't find out. I was terrible, and regret it to this day. I think I still deal with issues because of the mess that I've done. But I will say this: when my wife and I got married, there were trust issues, rightfully so. She had every reason to not trust some stuff. But after a while, I felt like, well, good Lord, how long are you just not gonna trust? Like what else do I gotta do? What else do I gotta do? Like, so I would leave my phone, I would leave it out on purpose, and I would just leave it out. It was locked, but she knew how to get in there. Like, she knew all my passwords and everything, and I had to get to where I was okay being open and, what do you want to know? You know what I'm saying? I had to get to where I was comfortable with that until we worked on the trust issue to where now it's nowhere near like it was. Like, we had to work on that. But I think like you said, like, how long do you deal with someone not being able to trust you?
That's not what I said.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Because she was like, I think it's like what you said.
Well,
not what I said.
It's not what you said, but it kind of ties into that, because if you have those type of trust issues and you're not dealing with them,
definitely,
we got some problems.
Yeah,
there's some problems there.
Well, there's that TikTok that's gone viral with the girl, and she's talking about how people accept all this stuff. We don't accept all this stuff from retailers and restaurants. Like, if somebody doesn't have what you're looking for, you go to a different store. Like, if Target doesn't have it, you go to Walmart. If Walmart doesn't have it, you go elsewhere. You go to Amazon, something like that. But when you're in a relationship and you're looking for something in a relationship and somebody's not giving it to you, i.e. being able to trust them, then why do you continue to be like, well, maybe in 10 years or maybe a few more months? Well, he did better this time, so maybe a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like, at what point does it become like, all right, that's the last straw?
Yeah.
But that's a different episode.
It really is. But really, get some help for real. Like, and my problems ain't trying to be funny, but get some help. You will drive yourself crazy trying to be a detective every 5 minutes. All right. What? Because I think I took us way left.
You did. We were talking about social media.
Okay. Well, not really way left, because there's some of y'all out there with dual pages, with y'all sharing accounts.
Tina and her husband did it. Tina from Mary. Remember?
The one that
you're not on Instagram that much. Corey has an Instagram, but he don't be on there.
Man, I don't.
But yeah, they have separate accounts now, but not too long ago, maybe a few years ago, they had a joint Instagram.
But I think the world knows why.
I mean, we all know why.
We was watching that show they had,
and then after a while, I was like, "Oh, they got their own Instagrams."
See, they grew. That's all I'm saying. It's got to be growth somewhere. You got to be willing to grow. Because if you stuck there, bro, that's a terrible way to live life.
But yes, so we're talking about this because it just seems to be like a common topic, like in spouse groups I'm in and on social media. Like doing the WCW and the MCM Woman Crush Wednesday, Man Crush Monday posts. Constantly, it's like, okay, are you marking your territory, or do you really appreciate this person that much? Because I appreciate Corey. I really, really do. I love him with all my heart. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to sit up and... I mean, that's just the way our relationship works. I'm not going to post to MCM every week. And I mean, Corey has... I don't think you have ever posted... I mean, he's posted appreciation posts. Like, like he loves me and he's grateful for me and all these things that he thinks I'm good at doing. But to do it on Wednesday because it's Women Crush Wednesday, no. I
don't think I've ever done.
No.
I don't, and it is nothing. It's not like I don't.
And is it a relationship expectation?
That's the thing.
Is it a relationship expectation?
That's the thing, and I think that it depends on your what age you are. I think it depends on if you grew up in social media age, because we're in our late 30s, and social media came along when. Yeah, it hurts. Social media came along Like we really didn't dive into social media until our 20s. So we can do with social media, we could do without it. Like if we didn't have it, if it left, like we would be cool, we figure it out. But some of these 20-year-olds now, the 15, own up that like all they know is social media.
Well, yeah, I mean, yes, because think about Veronica and Raven. Like social media has been a part of their life as long as they've had a cell phone.
Yes. So because it has been a part of their life, and because it's that important to them, of course, whatever's important to you is supposed to go on social media. I think it goes hand in hand.
I think it depends on the person, because I mean there are some people that are like, I'm not putting all my business on social media.
That's true. But they say it ain't real until you change your relationship status. That's what they say. Is that relationship?
That's how I felt.
Are they really together? Let's look on their Facebook. Let's look on their Instagram. Ain't no pictures of them. It still say he's single.
I don't think I changed my relationship status to engaged until you did it. Like I wanted to see him do it, even though
I probably
we had the date
about it.
And everything. I was like, he needs to.
It ain't real till he hit the button.
He needs to put that on Facebook so all these females know that
Lord,
I'm not out here.
Lord,
that's how I felt with Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan. She posted. I was in my newsfeed and I saw her picture with the two of them, and I was like, it's not real if Michael didn't post it. And I went to Michael B. Jordan's page and I was like, oh, yeah, she got him.
She was hurt.
She got him.
She was hurt. She felt bad.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I know how you.
It's just he never posted any pictures of females, and then
that night she went to sleep. She faced the wall that night when she went to sleep. I think she was crying.
That Amazon commercial is everything, guys. Alexa, read me a story. Alexa, order a lawn.
We ain't gonna go there. I'm gonna have to find me a WCW.
Oh my gosh.
I see.
You've had plenty.
No, I ain't had no WCWs.
Okay, but my point is, like, are these acceptable expectations?
Again, I really think it depends on the couple, because I think it's silly. I don't think it matters, but I also, and I'm kind of old school. I don't want everybody in my business, and I have this thing about me. I feel like the happier you appear, the more miserable you are in real life, because people post some of these relationships where they got me a smoothie from the store. He know I like the blueberry one. He's so good to me. And then like by the end of the night, is single for the evening. Who trying to hook up? I don't even care no more. Like then the next day, we made up. So what? I don't care what you think. I don't care. And then it's like 10 other posts after that. Always talking about me. So what? I'm back with him. That's my man. Blah blah blah. Why you always got something to say? Cause you telling everybody everything. Of course we got something to say. We feel like we a part of your relationship because you tell us everything that happened. So we feel like we are validated and being able to comment on your relationship because you keep putting that stuff out there. So I don't be fooled by the millions of pictures and status updates. I really feel like, and I shouldn't feel like, because I'm judging like, oh, y'all ain't really happy, but I know that ain't everybody, but that's just the way it seems.
I agree. I have that same thought in the back of my mind. Like, if you can never share. Not that you got to share arguments.
No, don't be. There's too much of that going on.
But if everything looks so perfect, it probably is.
It's probably not. That's how you try to make it look.
I'm just saying, in my history of experiences, typically when people make it look super perfect, it's like that's the couple that you'll be like, oh, they're getting a divorce, or they've been separated, and you're like, what? Mm-hmm. Not them.
All these relationships.
They look so happy.
And I tell you, it's not real until you put it on social media. No, it's not real until you've had your first argument, your first real argument, and made up from it.
Oh.
That's when it's
Just don't tell the whole world.
That's when it's real. You gotta tell everybody what is wrong with y'all, man. So, okay, so guidelines, social media guidelines.
Okay. Do you have to have your significant other in your cover photo or profile picture?
It depends. It depends. No, seriously, because some people have the same profile picture they've always had, and that's their profile picture. But it might be pictures of him and Bay or her and her man, you know, down the timeline or whatever. So I don't think it has to be the profile picture. But and then sometimes I think maybe it should be. If you out here hoeing. If you're known to have plenty of people, you know
that's not gonna keep them away.
No, it ain't gonna keep them away. But it does put out a statement. It says, "I chose somebody,
and I'm cheating on her."
Not necessarily. See, that ain't right. That's what's wrong with y'all now. Y'all
this
look
is how
too much.
I feel. This is just my Sharonda's opinion. Like Corey had his. What was his theory? That was a dumb one.
What?
The theory you had about having more than one person.
The destiny clause?
Yes, the destiny clause.
That's real.
Okay, so this is my theory as far as social media, guys. If I have to make sure that I am in the profile picture, on the timeline, in your snaps, in your stories, in pinned posts, and you still entertaining people through your phone, I still gotta pick up your phone and search messages and look in deleted files and make sure you don't have an extra phone in another pocket somewhere. Whoa. Then there's no point in me being in your profile picture and having pin posts and being all up and down your timeline as your WCW, because you're not honoring the relationship and you're really just making me look stupid.
I think that's the part most guys don't get. So let me make an announcement, fellas. If you're out here doing what you want to do and your girl think you're not, you're making her look like a fool.
That's the bottom line.
You making her look like a fool. And that's the part that hurts her the most. Yes, she's mad that you sleeping around. She's really mad. But she's really mad because you were supposed to be her man. You were supposed to protect her. You were supposed to be there for her. You were supposed to be her everything. But instead, you out here making her look like an idiot. That is what hurts her the most. She trusted you.
Why are you doing that?
I'm letting it sink in.
If you're watching this, he's like giving you super hard eye contact. Right?
I'm letting it sink in.
Okay,
it's gotta sink in. It's real.
I think it's cute. You know, I think it's cute to do the posts. I really do, but I think it gets a little obsessive when it's happening all the time, because it's like, well, I'd rather you leave me love notes around the house or in my car or in my purse, you know, open my wallet up to get my card and there's a note in there, you know, something. But to just plaster it all over social media when we're not even living this personally together is it's a waste of time and a waste of energy to me. So that's one rule. That's one of the things that I think is just kind of like, well, there are plenty of times where I do have Corey in my profile picture or my cover photo, especially the kids too. But sometimes I don't, like right now, because I have a picture and I look really cute in it and he's not in it with me. He took the picture. But okay, what's another one? Friends.
What about friends?
Do you have to have the same friends on Facebook, Instagram,
That is a good question. And look, some of these
Snap.
questions we want to hear from you because we're just giving our opinion. I want to know what y'all really think.
Inbox us, comment.
And I'm going to look at the total picture because I really believe that the older you are, the more different you feel, especially when it comes to these social media rules and guidelines and different things. Because I think the older crowd,
they probably got tons of different friends.
30 and up.
I'm saying 50. I mean, 50 and up is on social media.
Yeah, that's true. I don't. But because between 30 and 50, I think that's a whole different.
We are the internet age. Like,
I think that's a whole different look though, because like if there are some people our age and maybe younger that feel like if you're married and a young lady sends a friend request to the husband, then she better be sending one to the wife too. That's how a lot of people think. I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't want it if it's not genuine. That's
what I'm saying. Like I don't know how I feel, and I'm sure I have friends that aren't on your friend list.
Oh yeah, I've deleted people from my friend list a few years ago because it's like, okay, I don't talk to this person, I don't talk to this person, I never talk to this person, I never comment on this person's stuff. Why are they in my friend list? Delete. And
it really just depends on the person because some people use social media for different reasons. The whole reason Facebook was created, and I know Facebook is
it's turned into something totally different now.
Yeah, Facebook was for college students to keep in touch with each other, and next thing you knew, like people in high school and middle school have Facebook pages.
My sister started Facebook when she was a freshman in high school, and she's gonna be 30 next year.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, it blew up and went crazy. So I think I look like Don King on the camera. I'm sorry. Like Don King.
Excuse my opinion.
Yeah, look, I have a thing for natural hair. She does it for me. So now, but I don't know. I really don't know how I feel about that. I think if it's a certain person, maybe there's history or something, then maybe just so that your spouse is comfortable with it, or maybe your spouse is different and they're just like.
I mean, yeah, we went through that.
Yeah.
As soon as we got married, I went through Corey's friends list on Facebook and I was like, we need to unfriend her, block her, unfriend her, block her.
And I'm like, she didn't do nothing. She cool. Like, it's all right.
Women's intuition is just totally different.
No.
And then after a while, we just like kept having conversations and just, okay, well, it was people I blocked. Like, he just let me do it. It was people I blocked. Like, he didn't even know they were blocked. I knew they were blocked.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember somebody was like, I can't find you on Facebook? And I was like, yeah, because I blocked them.
I don't remember that, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, because I don't want to say their name on.
My memory is trash.
Anyway, we discussed it, and I unblocked them, and then he added them. Well, they sent a friend request.
So what else is it? And again, I want you guys to answer some of these questions. I really want to know what y'all think.
What else was it? We were talking. Okay, we planned these out. We kind of like have a pre-game discussion.
But we don't pregame too much because we want the conversation to be genuine. Like we don't want to give y'all.
But there was something else we said. Group messages.
I didn't like that one.
Okay.
What about group messages?
Because I've heard some married couples and dating and seriously dating couples say that they have like you and I, we're married. Let's say you were texting a female, married or not, that if you're texting her or messaging her, then you need to include me in the thread. There are people that have rules like that.
There are. And again, I think that's the older folks. I don't think young people are really thinking like that. And I'll give you an example. I do the youth group at the church, and we trying to meet and do planning sessions, and this was pre pre-COVID, and there's a young lady who is one of the leaders in the group, and really, I don't have no guys helping me.
No.
Fellas, y'all need to come to church. I need help.
You did, but they didn't have time or whatever.
So it was I think 3 young ladies, and we were all supposed to meet at Panera and sit down and get stuff squared away. 2 of them ended up canceling and backing out, so it was just the one other lady. So immediately, because I guess I'm too old school, immediately in my head, ain't gonna be no meeting. That's just how it is. Because, I know my wife knows ain't nothing finna happen, and I know that the young lady knows ain't nothing happening, that we ain't on that. But it was just the look. Like, what if somebody rolled up and saw us sitting in the restaurant?
And you were like, Sharonda, I saw Corey on a date with
Then the rumors start going out. People start taking pictures. I guess youth leaders can sleep with who they want. Sleep. Who's at the restaurant? What are you doing? like that's how stuff gets started. So in my head, I need to take this extra precaution, for one, out of respect for my marriage, respect for my wife, so that stuff don't get back to her. Even if I tell her beforehand, it still could have her looking silly, because folks, you never know what people are going to do in this social media age. So when I told her, we're gonna cancel, she was like, why? Like, we could just go ahead, and I said, nah, that's not, I don't like, it's not gonna look right. And she really could not understand how it didn't look right, and I didn't fault her for that. I just chalked it up to, that's her generation. They don't see it like that. But and to this day, because I think it came up again. I can't remember when it came, because we was talking to the other leaders and on why we didn't go ahead and meet. And one of the leaders, she was like, "That's right. That's what you're supposed to do." And then she looked at her like, "What?" And then, so it's just that's I guess old school thinking.
I guess it is old school, because it made sense to me, but I've never been around anybody that was like, "What? Why not?" But then I'm 36, going on 37. So.
Yep, you might as well say 37. You old.
I've got a couple more months.
You old, girl.
Literally, I have like 2 months and 2 days.
So I don't know. It's different. You all tell me, and I want to know your age. I want to know if you think
age range
it's appropriate. If you
20s, 30s,
you scared to say your age,
40s,
then give me a range. Good Lord, you scared?
It was one more though. What was it?
I can't remember. I know.
Bottom line is,
this might spread out, because I want to go deeper with
trust
issues. How do you deal with trust issues in a relationship?
I feel like we've talked about that. Maybe we haven't. We haven't.
Not in this way. We haven't.
Okay.
Well, because and then there's always
then we'd be doing some deep diving with our. We would have to use our story as an example.
Which one?
Anyone.
I don't. If you know
Corey
me,
doesn't care.
I'll put my business, because I've been delivered, so I don't mind talking about my mess, because I feel like it could help somebody else. I don't mind that.
Which I did want to discuss. Never mind.
If what?
If you can be guilty by association. Like, a lot of times, I think some people's trust issues are not necessarily about what they've experienced, but what they've known someone around them has experienced. Like this show I'm watching, and they were talking about like why they were so upset with a friend, and it was because they knew it was too similar to what they witnessed as a child that their parents experienced. And so it was too close to what they witnessed their parents experience, and they were like, that must be what is happening there too. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's because we've got a bunch of those in our own personal journey. Yes. But
could it also be like, oh, well, your friend is a cheater, so you must be a cheater too?
I think that's the thought process. But there's 2 sides to this too, because that person could be doing everything right. It's just that the situation looks like something that person has seen before. But when do we? How do I say this? Oh, I'm getting in trouble. When do we stop and look at ourselves and say how much of this is self-esteem?
We'll talk about that next week, guys.
How much of this is because I don't feel good about myself? How much of this is because I don't feel like I'm pleasing my man, or I don't feel like I'm doing everything that I could do to be everything that he wants? So I'm thinking he's finding it somewhere else,
or vice versa.
Okay.
I notice how you keep saying he,
because I was a man, girl.
Right,
but you're right, vice versa.
It could be vice versa.
They definitely
it could be a guy
It
second guessing self-esteem.
We're gonna go deeper because I think this is needed. I think this is needed.
Yeah. But as far as social media guidelines, co-ed communication, please give us some feedback. We want to hear from you and let us know. Do you have any? If so, what are they? Have you been in a relationship where things got a little too strict, so you had to like cut it loose?
That's a good one.
Because that can happen.
I want to hear about that. Have you been held to some silly standards or guidelines and you just flat out refused?
I got another theory on that one.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, if you looking for us, you can find us where?
On Instagram, Facebook. Why do you do that?
What?
That face.
What face?
You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and
Anchor
and Spotify. Everything
That's the
is
one.
at Until Forever.
At
Podcast.
Until Forever, right there. Yeah. Until Forever.
Have a good week, guys. See you next Thursday.
See you next. What?
Thursday.
See you next Thursday, guys. All right, let's say bye together. 1, 2, 3. We're going to come with a closing song.
Bye, everyone.
We learned something from our small group.
We did?
Uh-huh.
What was that?
We are not supposed to say all minds clear.
No, but we didn't say that.
We didn't, but I almost said it. I almost said all minds clear.
Okay.
So, no, because
Once
that means
again,
that you have forgotten everything.
This is why he likes
that
to
we just talked about.
Wrap up the conversation so he can take forever to close. Have a good week, guys.
Was that your close? That's how you going to leave them?
Yes, have a good week.
No, you have to leave them with something impactful. What can you say that will impact them and make them come back next week?
Don't make your significant other look stupid on social media.
How about
don't make your significant other look stupid on social media. That's the main lesson for today.
All right. Now you gonna say bye?
Bye.